Hey. So it's been a couple weeks now since I put in the Amphius, and unfortunately they didn't make it. So now I got some new fish to put in the tank today. Um, my tank's been looking, my coral have been looking a little bit skinny. I've been trying to do low nutrients by way of having less fish, and so less waste, less feeding. But my corals just don't look as plump and healthy as I've seen in more heavily stocked tanks. You know, part of the reason why I've been waiting so long is because I have this list of my absolute must-have fish, and some of them are a little more expensive, some of them are a little more rare, and so I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting. Some fish, like the Da Vinci clownfish that I've been really wanting, you know, I've been going to the stores like every week and I'm not quite finding the right ones. But I saw these, this pair of true percolas, and you know, there's nothing like spectacular about them. They're just really pretty wild type looking fish. So I finally have a pair of clowns. I also today saw there were three mandarin gobies, otherwise known as dragonets, and they were eating frozen food. They were eating frozen mysis, frozen brine shrimp, and frozen bloodworms. And if you know anything about these fish, they eat copepods and they graze on the rock and on the sand constantly throughout the day. They're kind of like leopard wrasses in terms of like their diet and behavior. So it's really, you know, getting them to eat frozen prepared foods is half the battle. They were looking kind of skinny, but I have high hopes for these two. And also they happen to be male and female. So, you know, I'm not expecting them to spawn in the tank, but it'll be cool to see them pair up. And then last, we have the hippo tang, or the blue tang, the dory fish. Now, I know this tank is kind of small, and there's already a purple tang here, so I'm a little afraid that he might beat this guy up. But since I've got 4 other fish in the tank, I'm hoping that the purple tang will leave this guy alone. Look closely, you'll be able to see that he has head and lateral line erosion, which isn't a debilitating disease, but it certainly is ugly. What I'm telling myself is that I'm bringing this guy home to rehabilitate him. Right now he's pretty small. He's like no more than 3 inches long, and you know, once he gets a little bigger, I'll, you know, find him a better home. But at this rate, nobody's gonna save this guy from the local fish store looking like this. So yeah, 15 more minutes and I'll let these guys out and we'll see how they do. Okay, so I should probably issue a disclaimer here. This is not how you should introduce your fish into your system. Call me foolhardy, but I just temperature acclimate them and then I just put them in the water. What you actually should be doing is quarantining all the fish you buy, because you have no idea if they're carrying diseases, if they have pests on them. I just happen to have a relationship with the local fish store, and I know that these fish have been in their systems for a couple of weeks. And I'm just the kind of person who tends to throw caution to the wind, but if you want to be successful, don't do what I'm doing. So everyone's in the tank now. The blue tang is hiding in the cave. Purple Tang is bullying him a little bit, but it looks like he's more just showing dominance. Isn't quite attacking. The clowns are just chilling out here in the open. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing. So, some chasing around, but yeah, it looks like the Purple Tang is just asserting his dominance in the tank. Here's the Mandarin Goby, not looking so hot. He looks very faded. I don't know, he just doesn't look very good. But I'm hoping he's gonna pull through. There's the female. He's a little more perky. I'm also kind of worried and hoping that I didn't take home the wrong Mandarin, because there were 3 of them and 2 of them were healthy and 1 of them was really emaciated. And so I just hope I got the right one. So look, they're all swimming out in the open now. Little family. Nobody's getting picked on. Just kind of getting to know each other. They're looking pretty happy, I think. Yeah, just a little. Purple Tang's just being a little dominant, but otherwise they're looking pretty good.